This channel and the content on it was created for adults only, 18 plus. We don't promote or condone any illegal activity or the use of any illegal substance. This was created for informational and educational purpose only.
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the evening, smoking when I want to, smoking at the beach now. I'm from California, we grow it every season. Our plants we need to feed them, we grow it for a reason, because we love our homegrown. We grow our pie, we're in our garden, tending to our crop. We love our homegrown. We love our vibe. We're in our garden, smoking all the ground. Boom, boom, burn another zone. Get so high that we have to grow more. Boom, boom, burn another zone.
Get some stash blend, feed my kids.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, wow.
Be fucking nice.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Fuck yeah.
Yes. So unfortunately tonight Mama's not feeling the best. So she is in the chat. She is with us. She's just not on screen with us tonight. So let's all wish her a get well soon, and hopefully she feels much better quick.
Get better. We got Friday coming up.
That's right.
Yes. So how's your week been so far? Good? Bad?
Yeah. No, it's been a good week. It's alright. Really hot.
Did you just say it's aight?
Yeah, it's alright.
Nice. Yeah, it's been crazy hot here. Crazy hot. But it is what it is. Summertime. That's what we all hope and wish for in the wintertime. And then the summer comes, and then we all hope for cooler weather. And then the winter gets here, and then we can't wait for summer to come back. So
that's right.
It's a vicious circle. So
we have an exciting night tonight.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
But
do you want to go through?
Before we introduce our guests, so just a reminder that you could find all our interviews over on Spotify under HGTC podcast. You could also find Homegrow the Community Official on Instagram, as well as myself, C Bunny Grow, Mr. Ganix, Mr. Ganix, and Mama Kush 420, and Papa _Kush _420.
Yes.
Oh, we also have the merch store, which is hgtc.creator-spring.com, where you could get any and all of our merch. And yeah, whatever you do get helps keep the channel going, helps us with StreamYard and to be here for the community.
Oh yeah. Yes. I was gonna say something else too, and I forgot.
Must have been a lie.
Oh yeah, it was for sure. For sure. But yeah, So we got the host with the most, Can of Convos, Mr. Sly, a.k.a. Loco,
Loco.
in the motherfucking house.
Don't get us age-gated that quick.
Why not?
Yo, what up, everybody?
What up?
I was just listening to you guys right there, and see, Bunny, she was like, if you forgot it, it must have been a lie, right? And that made me laugh a lot because, you know, I forget a lot of shit, but I'm pretty sure it's not a lie. Pretty sure.
I forget shit all day, every day. So,
Yes. Happy Wednesday.
yeah, help.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. How's your day?
Great.
So
Thank
far,
you.
so good. It's getting better, though.
Yes.
It's getting better, though. It hasn't been a terrible day, but it's getting better as we go. So yeah.
Shout out to everybody. J Rats, Mama Kush, Ken Alicia. What's up? All you guys. Anything grows.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Shout
That's
out
what
to
I was
our
going to
mod
say.
squad.
I was going to say shout out to the mod squad.
The mod squad.
The mod squad.
Yes.
Yes. Mama's part of the mod squad tonight.
Good.
Yes. So that would be Canna, Alicia, Shane, and J Rad. So big shout out to.
I love it.
Yes.
So
also, a huge shout out to Papa Kush, who's running behind the scenes, which makes it a lot easier for us. Yes, big shout out to Papa Kush.
Here. We don't have to worry.
Makes it a lot easier when you got somebody in the background, right? In the back to just throw those in. So I love it.
So much easier.
Yes.
So much easier. I don't even know if we could even do it without him doing it for us.
Right? Yeah, you need that producer.
So I don't know how. I don't know how you guys that run StreamYard on your own while you're live. I don't know how you guys do that, man. I don't. I've tried it a couple times when Papa's been away, and I could do it, but it's like minimal. There's no extras. There's no fun. There's no fun. It's just us doing this, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta bring the energy the whole time, man. You gotta do that whole energy. And what I've been doing lately is I've been just pre-recording. So I'll pre-record it and then run it through my editing program. And now, so barely right now, it was, my last video was the first one where with Canna Luke. He was the first one where I started putting in all the like, subscribe, thanks for watching, and all that stuff. And when I was doing that, it made me feel like a real YouTuber. I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, but toot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, so that's a good segue into you were doing your show, Can of Convos, on Instagram for quite a while.
Yeah, actually, almost about a year and a half.
And you've just made that switch to YouTube now.
Yes, I did it for about a year and a half almost. I was going live, just straight going live, and I would have people on, and we'd be talking cannabis, and everything was going good for a while. But it's when on Instagram, if you start to take on like the guests that you have, if they have haters, you're getting their haters, and so that's what happened. Did a couple of interviews, and their haters came on my page and started hating, and then came the scammers and everybody taking pages.
Yeah.
Somebody took my pictures and they posted up a Sly K Loco 0.2 or number 2 to it, and I had to put the word out there, and everybody in the community came together and they all reported them and got them shut down. So that was pretty cool. But then after that,
it's hard to do that too. It's hard to get not the haters, the scam accounts, the fake accounts. It's almost impossible to get them shut down, man. Like I've had at least 2, I think 2, maybe 3, and I've so many people went and reported them, and they're all sending me the pictures back saying like Instagram said they're okay. I'm like, the fuck do you mean they're okay? Yeah, it's my shit. That's my name. That's my logo. Those are my pictures. What do you mean that's okay?
Yeah, like, it's very frustrating, and it gets on your nerves real bad. But you know, I got lucky because I've only had one person do that, and after that I went private and I started just like, you know, screening pages that went through. I'd go through and hit the 3 dots right there on the top of an Instagram, and it go down to the about this account, and then you put the about this account, and it'll tell you if that account has like 6, 7 different names or something. And that'll give you a little bit of a client, like a little bit of a hint, like, oh, this account is one of those scammers, you know. So then I don't let them do it. But then there is
Dog Doctor official just sent me a picture of a fake account of his. I was like, damn. I was like, your fake account has more followers than I do on my real account. And he goes, you know what's fucked up? I said, what's that? He goes, my scam account has more followers than I do.
Yeah, so and it's the scam accounts start following each other, and they follow each other, and then they start doing it. It's crazy, man. It's something that you have to get used to on social media.
Yes. Before we get too far, can you tell us where we could find you for those who are new and who don't know about Sly, aka Loco?
Yeah. So for those who don't know, my tag name on Instagram is Sly, aka Loco. Okay. I have a backup page that is 2.0. So it's all that, just 2.0. And you can go find me on there. I'm more prominent on Instagram, but I'm starting to do the whole YouTube thing. We're starting to make the shift, as we all are. So you can find me on there. I have sponsors by there it is. There's a page. I'm sponsored by High Photon Flux LEDs. Actually, I'm an affiliate of them. So make sure to put in promo code LOCO at checkout to get yourselves a couple bucks off if you wanted to. And I've been using a lot of products that people send products and stuff like that. And that's where you can find me for right now.
Awesome.
And my YouTube is Sly, aka Loco. So it's exactly the thing that you see right there on the screen. That's where you can find me on there.
The same as Instagram, but no underscores.
No underscores, baby. Which is kind of crazy because, you know, you put your name in and sometimes there's like a bunch of names and they're like, you can't have that, right? But mine came out perfect. Yeah. Like, cool.
Nice. Yeah, it sucks when you put your name in and you're like, I put so much thought into this, and then you type it in, and you're like, oh man.
And then
somebody else has the exact same name.
Found. Yeah. Because I
saw all the ones that I have. Oh, go ahead.
You had a couple of them that were almost like yours too, right?
Oh God.
Well,
yeah, like 3 pages, right?
This is my 6th Instagram account.
Ooh,
but they were 420 organics before, but I got to the point where I couldn't spell 420 organics anymore, so I had to switch it to Mr. Organics because I already had. I was doing like
every
4.20 organics, 42.0 organics, 420 dot organics, 420 underscore organics, and then it got to the point where I was like, okay, enough's enough. Something's got to give here. So I switched it up and went for the short form, and now people have a hard time saying my name. Call me,
but at least they can find you. At least they can find you.
Right? Yeah, I'm not banned right now, so knock on wood.
That's good.
Hopefully.
Knock on that wood, baby. Also I wanted to say to everybody out there, I wanted to give you guys your flowers, man. You guys have been killing it out there, you guys. I was just like, because I interviewed you guys about almost a year ago. Has it been a year?
Probably pretty close to that, yeah.
Wow. So I
almost a year, yeah.
I interviewed each one of you individually. Sea Bunny, though, I'm pretty proud of because I got her out of her shell. So
yes, you did.
All right. And El Connoisseur, he's in the chat here. He made a comment that I popped his cherry, his interview cherry.
Same with me.
And I'm
you heard it here first.
Yes, I'm a first of a lot of people out there, and there's a reason. It's because I could see when I see somebody in there, and I could see their energy. You're supporting the community. you've been in there for a long time, and I see these things. I'm like, that person right there needs to be out here with us. He said no, Lou. Oh, damn it, no. Anyways, so I see the potential in people, and so when I see a little bit of flame, it's just natural for me to want to nurture it. And so that's when I'll send out to them, and I'll be like, look, man, if anybody can get you out of your shell and you want to be interviewed by anybody, you want to be interviewed by me for the first time. Because I'm not letting all the because I'm not letting all the pressure on you. You know, I'll take some of the pressure off of you and put it on me. Try to tell some.
You're a very comfortable conversation, though.
Yeah,
like you're a very easy person to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, so for people that are shy, like Miss Sea Bunny over here, you're a very good person for people like that, because you're an easy person to talk to, and like you said, you make it comfortable and you get in there and you pull out that personality.
Yeah, because I can see that personality, man, and that's just how I am, like, naturally. I've been to concerts where I just sat next to people and never met them a day in my life, but at the end of it, we're just like, we're chilling, you know, friends, besties and shit, you know. And it's a damn shame that I don't get to see them like later, but if I do, if I run into people again, it's just like I didn't miss a day of seeing you, you know what I mean? And so I come in with everybody, show that energy, what up, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's what I like to do, man. That's who I am.
So what made you decide to start Can of Convo?
Okay, so it goes back a couple years ago. I was actually on a show with Yanni Supreme. You guys make sure to go check out Yanni Supreme, okay?
She's awesome.
She's the shit, dude. I fucking love that woman. She is actually the first one who got me started on this. I was awesome. I was on her podcast, and I had just started social media, period. I didn't have a Facebook, I didn't have anything. So the first thing that I started out with was an Instagram. And I was growing bud, and she had hit me up, or I don't remember if I hit her up or whatever, but we ended up talking. And one day she was like, hey, I just, I'm starting this show and I want you on. And I was like, hell yeah, man, cool. I'll jump on. And so we jumped on, and she had a couple other people on at the same time. And I was like, you know what? I could do this. I could do this. This is pretty nice. So then I started my own show. Well, I was sitting there thinking about doing my own show, and I shot the idea to Emily Anything Grows out there. And I hit her up, and I was like, hey, awesome. I love her so much, man. She's so cool. Yeah.
I got to meet Mr. Spartan actually when we were in Toronto at that event that we were talking about earlier.
Good, man. Hell yeah, he's cool. He's hella cool too. But I shot her a message, and I was like, I'm thinking about doing this show, but I can't come up with a name. What do you think? And she instantly just hit out, how about Can of Convos? And I was like,
love it.
I was like,
yeah, that's a good name. I like it.
I was like, you know what? You were perfect. Thank you. I'm using it. I'm taking it. No, don't need any other, no other ideas. You killed it the first one. So after that, I named it Can of Convos, and I just rolled with it, guys. And ever since then, it's been just like a snowball effect. I have been on Mr. Grower's podcast.
Yes.
I did that one. That one was crazy. That was crazy.
Yes. Yes. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So I actually had him on first.
What was
on my podcast?
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And so that's how we got to meet. And I had just started the podcast thing, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna shoot messages to all these people that I watch, right? All these people that basically raised me in the weed game. They're the ones who taught me how to grow from afar. And so I shot him a message, and he was more than hella cool, man. He's like, hell yeah, down to do it. And I was like, fuck yeah. I hit up Pigeons 420. I hit up
most laid back dude ever.
Oh man, Chris. He's so cool, so laid down. Like Chris, I'm gonna get him out of his shell one of these days too. When we meet, I'm gonna get him out there just wilding.
Don't get it twisted. I heard he's the king of Vegas.
I was gonna say
Las Vegas.
Yes, he is.
That's what I hear.
You tell he's a freak in the sheets. Hey.
Yeah, he's all cool and collected on screen, but he's a wild man. He's a wild man. Yes,
that's right.
But yeah, Pigeons, I think, might have been the first one to come on first. For those who don't know, Pitches 420 is another grower, which everybody should know Pitches by now.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and
We
he
send
was-
everybody from here after this show. We send everybody over to Tea with P because he's
Nice.
next right after us. So
nice.
we tell
Yeah,
everybody to
loves
go
it.
hit up his chat, type in HGTC, and tell him where everybody came from.
Yes, everybody, make sure to go send him. If you go over there now, tell him that Loco sent you. He would already know. Tell him I said, pimpin' since pimpin' been pimpin'. All right, that guy is just too cool.
Love that.
him and Mr. Grow It and Rob, they're just fucking the best. I love these guys so much. But yeah, Pigeons was like one of the first ones that I had on the podcast. And then I moved to I think Mr. Grow It and then Rob. And then it started picking up more speed. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot at one of my favorite rappers, Zigzag from MB Riders. Everybody go out there, follow him. Dude, you guys.
Yes.
You guys. That was like the top right here. I'm telling you. If I could go back into 13-year-old me and tell myself that I was going to be interviewing Zigzag from MB Riders,
Yeah.
like, yo, I would have fell out. 13-year-old me would have been like, no. Like, yes.
No way.
And I had to fangirl out on him. I had to. It was like,
Of course.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
That's
damn you,
Janet
Cortez.
fangirling.
I was 100% fangirling out on him, but I had to keep my cool since it was an interview, you know. And so we did it, and we did our thing, and it was like one of the pinnacle parts of ever doing a podcast. Like that shit was, yo.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been hitting up other artists and just making it to where it's not just the cannabis show. I mean, because I could talk about anything with anybody. So, like, might as well just make it to whatever. It's just two homies kicking.
Well, and really, honestly, like, cannabis and music, they go hand in hand,
together.
in my opinion. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
two positive
without music, I don't know if there would have been cannabis for me, and without cannabis, I don't know if there would have been music for me. You know, I don't know. They go together so well.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So, and that one was kind of just like, man, let me shoot my shot. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
You know, people just say no. I mean, it's not the end of the world if somebody says no. So, and lots of people have told me no before. Not actually, I got a pretty good record, right? And not too many. Like 3 people have said no, but everybody else is like, hell yeah, I'm down. Actually,
And most of the time when they say no, honestly, it's because they got something else going on.
Yeah.
Nine times out of 10. Sometimes it's like, I don't really know you, and I don't really feel like it. But
yeah,
most of the time it's because they got something else going on. But
yeah. And I totally understand. I'm like, hey, don't even trip, chocolate chips. I got you, man. Just like we could go another time, because when I'm booking, I book at least a couple months out. Anyways, I already have everybody already booked, ready to go. So, so you have time to prepare. So I have like some people that I've already booked out there to where like they haven't totally been out in the camera yet. And so now I was like, well, let me book you right now. And then down the road, you will already have a little bit of experience in front of the camera, and it'll be easy, you know, because it's trying to make it easier for everybody. It's just better.
Exactly. So back to Mr. Grow It.
Oh yeah.
That's how we kind of got onto this this topic here. What was your first reaction when Chris reached out to you and said, "Hey, you want to come on Garden Combos on Garden Talks?"
Garden Talks.
What was your first reaction to that?
My first true reaction was like fangirling out, being like, "Oh my god!" And then after that, it was like, "Am I even really like that much of a grower to be on his show?" Because you know the insecurity comes in. Everybody deals with insecurity. It doesn't matter how outgoing you are, you got insecurities. And so it came out, and I was like I don't even know if I'm worthy. Like, am I even up to this level?
No, I totally get that. Yeah.
Like you know, since when he got a hold of you, you know damn well you felt that shit too. You're like,
100%.
Sure? Like,
and I've done the sit down with them, and I've recorded the episode with them, and I'm still thinking like, man, I hope this turns out good.
I know,
I hope I was
right?
good. You know.
And I just kept worrying about how, like, because I'm a vulgar person, and you know, I tried to keep my F-bombs down, and it was a little challenging, but we did it. I had and with Chris, I feel like I wanted to be more professional, and so
Oh yeah,
we kept
100%.
it.
He definitely brings that out in people
Yeah,
right off the bat.
Yeah,
But
man,
his
I gotta
demeanor and everything, he
Yeah.
brings the professional out in you.
right.
You don't even get a choice; it just happens, and you go, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Like shit, man.
What's
I
happening?
feel like I'm corporate now or something. Even though he left
Right.
from a corporate job, so. But
Yeah.
we need that though. I feel like we need that in the community. We need all different spectrums of the shows, right? You need your corporate ones that are going to be professional, because this is where it's going. This future of this podcast and everything that we're doing. There's so many everybody popping up because it's something that's catching on, and so we're gonna need the professional ones. We're gonna need the crazy ones. You're gonna need the ones like mine who are just everywhere, who aren't like just set on cannabis, and yeah, when he sent me the message and we recorded everything, and I just felt like maybe I wasn't worthy, but then I was talking about it and I was like, wait, I do grow big plants. That's one thing I know that I'm very good at. So I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna show off and I wish I would have had like more plants. Like my last grow right now was one of the best ones. So I wish I would have had that grow going on during that time. That way people could have went to my page and seen those big ass buds, and the big fucking plant, dude. That plant was huge, man. This huge shout out to psgworld.world. Huge shout out to him because his genetics are beautiful, man. That plant was gorgeous. It was so big. I didn't need any yo-yo hangers, any trellises, or anything like that. It stood up on its own. The bud structure was beautiful and all that.
Nice. Was that the one that you incorporated the watering system into?
Yes, and actually, Mr. Grow It is the one who turned me on to the blue mat system. Okay, I'd seen the blue mat system on his podcast, or one of his videos, and I was like very intrigued by it because there's no plugins. There's no plugins or anything, so it's just it's based off of the carrots system, which is a clay. So the clay, which I guess it's an old technology. It's really a technology from back in the Egyptians were using it. So yeah, thousands of years ago they were using this. This is basically just gravity.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do want to let everybody know that there is a learning curve out there. Okay, you do need to.
I was hoping you were going to talk about that because I saw what you're about to talk about.
Yes.
So going back to oh, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go for it. Because we'll go back to it.
Going back, so going back to growing, how long have you actually been growing for?
I've been growing for about 5 to 6 years. I think 6 years. I want to say we're on the 6th year, but then I have to ask my wife because she knows more about it. Ever since the coma back in the day. For those who don't know, I was in a coma. I was in I had caught swine flu, which is fucking crazy, guys. Who the hell catches swine flu, right? I mean, shit. Who the fuck catches swine flu?
Loco.
Right? And I do, obviously. Well, because I was on a crazy ass path. I was a meth head. I was an alcoholic. I was a gangster. I was, in and out of jail. I was just like mean to my family. I was just really a piece of shit. All around piece of shit. But I was still, good in heart. It's just, it was under all the layers of the bullshit, right? Yeah. Well, then all of a sudden I catch swine flu. I couldn't breathe one day and it was real bad. I called the ambulance. They came pick me up and I was gone. Boom. Then all I remember is waking up after I talked to God. God sent me back and he told me that I'm supposed to be the light that I was meant to be, to shine on everybody, right?
Praise Jesus!
Hallelujah, Lord Jesus. Well, when I woke up from the coma, I didn't know what had happened. I thought I was in a car accident or something like that, right? And then they just kept telling me I got sick. Well, I was the only one to get sick, mind you. Swine flu is very contagious, and I coughed and I breathed in my wife's mouth and all the kids around me. There was people around me. Nobody got it but me. Okay. So this is how I know it was for me. This was meant for me. This was God straight up, because I was such a hardhead, such a gangster, to where I was like, you know, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. You know, only God.
Yeah.
Only God can make me switch, man. You know, right?
Just so somebody was telling you to chill the fuck out. You need to settle down.
Slow the fuck down, because I was 400 pounds at that time. I was drinking a half a gallon of vodka, 100 proof vodka a night, like until my body wouldn't give up, would want to give out. That's when I would stop and go drink, you know, malt liquor. I'd be drinking 211s until just like I'd have like 3 of them just to get up in the morning. Like, I was really bad alcoholic, really, really, really bad. Well, that happens. Boom! I'm smacked awake. I'm like, yo, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be here to be who I am, a nice guy, you know, just there for everybody as much as I can be, and just this is what I'm here for. So I put down the meth. Actually, I had a hallucination, which I don't think it was a hallucination. I think it was God talking to me again, but by science, it was probably a hallucination, because I mean, I was coming off of meth and I was coming off of alcohol and propofol. Propofol is the shit that killed.
Here or there, regardless.
No, yeah, but it was the shit that kept Michael Jackson. It killed Michael Jackson. So that shit, when you're coming down off of it, it sends you into hallucinations. Anyways.
Oh, of course.
And the hallucination was I saw where meth came from like the devil to the guy making it, to the guy from Hitler to the guy making it, to the drug dealer, to me sitting there. I saw everything. It was just switched. I was like, boom, never again. I don't want to touch it. So I stopped. I put all that shit through, put that shit away. It took me a little bit longer to get off the alcohol, but once I did get over that hump, that was it, guys. I did not look back. And it's been 8 years since the coma. And it's been what I want to say about 7 years since I drank any drop of alcohol. Not
Congrats.
a drop. And trust me, you guys,
that's huge. That's huge for sure.
Yeah. Once I got over that hump, I never looked back again. I was like, this is who I'm supposed to be, is the person that I am, you know, because I walk up into places and people get scared when they see me. They look, you know, I mean, I suffer from RAF. If you guys don't know what RAF is, it's resting asshole face.
Love it.
I have a bad case of RAF. Okay. So if you see me out there, just remember, I'm not mad. I just look mad. Okay.
It's got that mean mug.
Yeah, that mean mug. And that's some days I am a fucking asshole and I can be pissed, but we can all be. But
absolutely.
So people see me and they automatically, you know, they get a little intimidated until I start to smile and start to talk to people. And then once they see me talking to one person, then the other person wants to talk. And then, you know, I bring in everybody that's around and shit. But yeah.
That's a crazy story though. Honestly, like there's probably not a lot of people out there that can say that swine flu saved my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm hearing is.
Wow, 18 days.
So yeah, almost 3 weeks I was a fucking I was out. So
yeah. And you were not growing at this point?
No, I was not growing at this point. I did not know anything about. Well, I had tried one little, you know how you do in the solo cup, and you put it in the window, right?
Yeah.
And we grew one little nug, just a little bitty nug on the top, and we smoked it. We smoked it and tried it out. It didn't get us high for shit. I
was gonna say it was the best weed you ever smoked in your life.
It was the best weed I ever grew at that time. Shit. So no, I did not have any experience growing weed at that time. It was after a minute after I because everything happened perfect for us. After that incident, I came home. I lost 170 pounds in like a year, 2 years. Damn. Every day I lost 5 pounds.
That's a human being.
Yes, that's a
whole human.
Yes, at my heaviest, I was 404 pounds, and at my lightest, I was like what 235, I think 225, 230, something like that. And it came out massive weight. It just fell off of me as soon as I stopped drinking. Oh yeah, somebody was in a coma for 8 days. So coma brothers, coma buddies. There you go. Anyways,
Anthony, yeah.
Anthony, yeah, hell yeah, man. Hey, I'm glad you survived. Where was I? Where was I at? I forgot what I was talking about.
You grew the solo cup little nug.
Oh yeah.
Smoked it. It was the best weed you'd ever grown. And
So
you lost 170 pounds.
Lost 170 pounds, and then all of a sudden we got the chance to buy a house, and we were like, in here in the States, it's you're buying a house, like it was right before all the crazy interest rates, so it was like, once again, it was God helping me get to the place that I needed to be. So we got the house, and once we got the house, we moved in, and I decided right then, I was like, okay, I am going to become a house guy, a person that I've always wanted to be, because I was sitting there and I was thinking, I have done everything bad, right? I've done everything bad. I've done amazing at being bad. Now let me try something that I have never done before. Go legit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go 100% legit. And so I lost the weight, got the house, got my rights back, everything, no more probation, none of that. Just went legit, like 100% legit. And so I started working on my stuff. And well, one of my friends come by one day, and he's like, well, you have a house now, right? I'm like, yeah. So he's like, man, could you grow this weed that I have right here? I got 2 plants. Can you grow it in your spot? And I was like, hell yeah, man. Fuck it, bring it over. And so he brings over these 2. God, now that I know what I'm talking about, it's kind of funny. So he brought over 2 plants that were in 3-gallon pots, and one was stunted, right? Real stunted, small. And the other one was pretty big. It looked like it was a hybrid. It was obviously a hybrid. The other one, we put them in the pots and we grew them out. Well, they hermed. Or something happened, and it was just seeds everywhere. Just the whole thing was seeds. But it gave me that the bite. I was hooked right there. Yeah. Turns out that one of those plants was a CBD plant. CBD plant that was a God, I want to say it was Charlotte's Web. I think it might have been a Charlotte's Web.
Oh wow.
Do you guys know about the story of the Charlotte's Web?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a huge story.
Yeah, for those out there who don't know, if you haven't heard of Charlotte's Web, it was a strain, a cultivar that was bred for a little girl named Charlotte. She was suffering from seizures all day. Pobrecita, she was just seizures.
She was having hundreds of them a week, like hundreds of them.
Yeah. Crazy
I watched the documentary and it broke my heart, guys. It broke my heart that these parents needed this medicine that we can't get to her. I think they might have had to move states to get the medicine for their child, which is ridiculous. All right, it's fucking unacceptable to me. Unacceptable. It really makes me mad. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start growing more CBD, and I want to start growing weed, and I'm gonna start taking care of all the people who need this cannabis, man. All the people around me who have, and especially over here, we have dispensaries, and we're in Washington State, and we have a lot of dispensaries, but dispensary weed is expensive, very expensive. Prices are going down now. Now prices are going down, but at that time they were high as a kite. Right? So obviously, growing weed will help with that expenses too. So, so I went down to my local hydro store, or as you guys call it, hydro stores, right? what is it? The grow store here.
The grow shop
over here. Yeah. It's grow shop. And I walked in, and they had a tent with the CFL grow light in it, right? And the CFLs, it got me the tingles inside. I was like, oh my God. I went to my wife and I was like, babe, if you buy this, if you help me buy this, like I promise you, you will not regret it. I will keep you in weed for the rest of your life. And she's like, she saw and she knows how I am now. Like if I get my mind on something, I'm going to do it, guys. This is going to happen. Oh, I'm mad determined. Like nothing can stop me. One thing that I see is why not me? Like, why not me? There's no reason. And on all these things, welding, cooking, all these things, why not me? Why can't I be the manager? There's no reason. I don't see no reason. Then I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna go fucking do it. And so I did it. I went out there and she bought me the tent and came home and I just started growing and I was
history in the making.
Yeah, never look back.
Baby. Yeah.
Nice.
And that actually turned out to have some like the best grows that I've had in that first tent with that first light. I mean, you know, I didn't have to do anything. All I had was
speaking of that, do you find that when you first started growing that you were a better grower than you are now because you know so much more now and you overcomplicate everything? Because I know I have that problem.
Yes, absolutely. Now I know there's all these variables. And so you're thinking about all these different variables. There's hundreds of different variables that you can put into this thing. And I like to say that none of us are going to get the exact same thing because there's just too many different variables. It's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
The math is
we could all grow the same strain under the same light, in the same soil, with the same nutrients, and they're all going to be different.
They're going to be different.
It could be a cut. It could be a clone. And we could all have the same one.
Could all have the same thing, and which I kind of want to do. I kind of want to set up a thing to where we could all do that. We could get the same shit, same things, and then we grow them out and see what happens. Because there's so many different things. Like your water could be a little bit more chlorinated than mine. Mine, you know, there's different minerals in the water. There's some people
humidity,
humidity, ROS.
Everything.
There's some people who are some people who do this, who just use distilled or purified water. There's people who just use tap water. There's fucking your airflow. There's so many different variables.
So
Tents,
many
rooms, fucking what kind of lights you have. Don't even go into lights.
Yeah.
There's the homie Mr. C's here in Tri-Cities. Shout out to him. He is still doing the old HPS lights. I think it might be a CFL, but yeah. And he'll stick by them. He says, I'm staying with them. I love them. Going with it. And in the wintertime around here, he's absolutely right. Because around here,
100%.
Because they throw so much heat.
Yes, it keeps
exactly.
Now, for the new growers, if you guys don't know, the CFL lights are concentrated fluorescent. I forgot what that. Anyways, they give off a lot of heat, and so sometimes it'll burn the trichomes. And so in your tank, in your grow, you have a lot of smells, right? You're smelling a lot of it, right? You're like, damn, that smells dank. Hell yeah.
And as a new grower, you're like, oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing, right? You're like, oh man, I love it. Well, in reality, it's actually burning off the terpenes off of your trichomes. So that's what you're smelling. You're smelling degradation of your plant. So you don't really want that, but if you have it at a high temperature or you have it far enough, you won't get that. If you have your,
I would say like as long as you got good airflow, you got lots of circulation in there, you got an intake and an outtake, and you're distributing the air properly. Heat is okay to a point, but you have to have the airflow.
Yeah, you gotta have the ventilation.
If you just have that heat that's just sitting there, the stagnant air, you're gonna run into a world of problems.
Yes, you are. Which we can go down the problems right now. I actually have.
Sly's been there apparently.
Oh man, shit, man.
Yeah.
You guys know that I show the good and the bad. Okay, when you come into Instagram and you're gonna come look at my grows, I am gonna show you when it's looking like shit. I am gonna show you when all this crazy stuff happens because the knowledge needs to be out there, right? I mean,
exactly.
This is what we're doing here. We're trying to teach people and we're trying to get it out there. So we're trying to educate as much as possible. And so the knowledge is something, and especially by seeing somebody else's mistakes helps you avoid those mistakes, right?
Exactly.
So I've had a lot of issues, guys, since the last time that we've seen each other and growing and everything, right? I've had spider mites. I've had fungus gnats. I've had HVLD, HLVD, hop
Hops
latent
latent viral.
viroid disease. Hop latent viroid disease. Okay. Now I looked it up. I never heard of this before, and I was like, "What?"
It's a thing right now, especially
thing
for
right
a lot
now.
of outdoor growers. People are struggling with this.
Yes, it turns out it's actually spreading a lot, which is kind of weird. But I'm starting to put it together because cannabis is a cousin of hops, so they're in the same category. So I can see where the hop latent comes from.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this will stunt your plants. You'll have a beautiful looking plant. It'll be growing big, nice leaves, and it's going up and it's chilling, right?
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, it'll start to shrink. It'll start to shrink. The leaves stop growing, and they get smaller and smaller, and the little bud sites will start to shrivel up and die. And the whole plant just starts to do this thing where it's like it kind of looks real bushy, like it's in real need of a manicure, or I mean of a defoliage. But when you go in there and you defol, it's all just little buds, little sites, man. It doesn't look healthy, and it's not healthy for your plants, and you can tell that there's something going on. Well, from what I heard is I had Sync Angel on my show, which I'm going to bring him back again, IPM specialist. He knows about it. He's the one who was telling me how it could actually spread in your seeds. I was like, huh? I was like, wow.
In your seeds.
Yes, from the seeds that you get, it could also come through that way. And if
you can be doomed right from seed. Like you could plant the seed and you have it already and you don't even know it.
You don't even know. The breeder doesn't even know sometimes either. So it's like it's something that just happens, which obviously the breeder's gonna be like, yo, you didn't get it from me, and you're gonna be like, well, I got it from somewhere. Why could it be?
So is it only in the seeds, or can you have like a super healthy plant and then all of a sudden it just
yes, it can actually come from dirty scissors too. Keep your scissors clean, guys. I guess because I always use isopropyl alcohol, right? I use the alcohol, 99%. That's what I've been using. Well, there has been a couple times where I got lazy. I got really lazy and I wasn't cleaning my scissors all the time, and I left them there, and I didn't know about I didn't know about this disease, so I just went about my business, right? And then bam, turns out I was spreading it from every plant that I cut. I was spreading that shit. And supposedly, I guess all you have to use bleach and water. I guess that's what kills it. Yeah, I guess
alcohol won't do it.
Kill it. No, I heard alcohol doesn't even do it either, and that's where I was very disappointed, because I was like, wait, what? Alcohol? And because Sync Angel, he was like, no, it could still live on the scissors. You need bleach. I was like, wow. So now every time that I go in my tent, I bleach my scissors, but it turns out it had spread. So I had, for those who don't know, for those who know, if you look at my Instagram, I had the really good plants, right? The runts and the purple pillbox by PSGX was looking beautiful, gorgeous. I'm like, you know what? I better get these cut down before I get spider mites or some shit like last time, right? Because the spider mites set me back 6 months before
they're absolutely brutal to deal with.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Oh man, it's
probably hot. I've had spider mites and I've had thrips, and I'm not sure which one was worse. They're both horrible. They both caused me to like shut down for a bit.
Yeah, and you have to shut it down. You got to clean everything. You got to cut them all down, which was horrible because I was growing this plant that was looking beautiful. Oh no, I think it might have been shit. I don't even remember what it was. It might have been the triple crown, but it was looking nice. And then one day I just went in and I looked, and the bud is wrapped around, or the web is wrapped around the buds, man. And it like shapes the bud like this and shit. It's just so, it was so fucking devastating. Goodness. I could not. I
remember seeing the video when you walked in, and I don't know if it was your first reaction to it, but I remember watching the video when you first got it, and you were just like, man, fuck.
Yep.
Nothing else to say. Like, I got nothing to say right now, but
just fucking fuck, and that's all you can say is fuckity fuck, fuck. Because you're like, oh, dude. Well, somebody shot me a message and was like, don't worry. Now that makes you a real grower. You're not a real grower until you've had spider bites. I was like, thank you so much. Thanks for that one. It made me laugh. So
if that's what makes me a real grower, I would rather not be a real grower.
Facts, right? Well, no, because you know what? I always feel like even the failures and all these things that we don't learn from always doing right. Okay, because when I first started my grow and I killed it right off the bat, I didn't learn anything because I just did perfect job. You know, I mean, I did learn because I learned how to trim, but then my trimming wasn't that good and the cure wasn't as good. I just didn't learn as much as I have since by failing. And I always feel like failing is never something that you should be ashamed of because it is something that will teach you.
It's the biggest learning.
It's a teachable moment for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody ever learns by just winning all the time. It doesn't fucking happen, okay? And those people who do win all the time, they don't really even know shit because they've never been through it. They never experienced it. Now, I know what to be on the look for. I know what, like, hop latent viral disease. That one, like, I didn't even know what it was. Now I do. Now I know how to spot it out if I see a plant with it.
And you know how to avoid it now to a point. If he comes in your seeds, I mean, like there really isn't anything you can do at that point, I guess.
Yeah. And with this, so I just cut down 5 plants that had it. And I could tell that I had it because they were doing that shit. They were looking beautiful at first, and then they started just getting all scraggly and everything. And now when they had it, I'm like, fuck, okay, so they have it. I got to get rid of them. And clean all my scissors, and I gotta take care of these other ones, and let's see what happens. If they start to catch it too, then man, I'm back to square zero or
square one.
Square one, man. Yeah. So I'm back to square one.
No, I think you were right when you said square zero. I'm back at square zero.
Square zero, pretty close,
man. Shit.
I'm chopping everything. I'm tearing everything down, and I'm going through that bitch with a fine tooth comb. Maybe even getting rid of my tent and getting a new one, like. Yeah,
I thought of it. I've definitely thought of it. I was sitting there and I cut those plants down and I saved 1, 2, 3. I saved 5. So I have 5 plants in there right now. I got 3 that are in flower and 3 that are in veg. Now, these ones that I got from veg, I got them from Oregon. And if you guys haven't been to Oregon yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Highly suggest if you guys come to the States, go to Oregon. You have to just stop into one of their dispensaries, especially in the summertime. You could buy clones for $20. The fucking weed, they let you smell the weed before you buy it. It's just
crazy.
I love Oregon. So I had gotten these clones from Oregon, and usually they're badass genetics, man. Usually they're killer genetics. But I get them home, and now today I had to cut one down, and it was an Oregon clone, and it broke my heart. I was like, damn it, man. I'm so fucking mad that I got this disease, but it is what it is. I got to just keep going forward. If these plants make it, they make it. If they don't, I'll just cut it down, clean everything.
That being said, then, like if you're getting clones from somewhere, is there any type of treatment that you can do to them? Because I know, like, when you get clones, you should always do like some type of a quarantine, do some like IPM something on them, just to make sure that if you're bringing them into your tent, you're not going to give your other plants anything. Is there anything that you can do to prepare for something like that as like a preventative?
As a preventative, all I would do was spray before I added. If you had an extra tank, you would keep it in a tank by itself for a minute. If you had an extra light, you had like a little SPF 1000 or a Mars Hydro 1000 or something like that. You could keep it to itself in a tent for a couple. I would do like at least 2 or 3 weeks. That way you could actually see how it's going to come out. You can see if there's
watch the growth happen kind of thing and make sure everything's good
or anything like that come out, right? As for these clones that I buy, it's my environment is what infected them. So, you want to keep everything as clean as possible, and like, because cleanliness is next to godliness.
Oh yeah, it's probably the number one thing in a grow room.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've been very lazy at it. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, so I'm just going, and I don't have enough time to sit in my grow room and clean everything off. And do this.
Yeah. Do you find though with doing the Instagram thing and having your tent and in the spotlight all the time by putting it in videos and pictures and stuff like that, do you find that it kind of forces you to make things clean and look nice and shiny? And
not really, because I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't care what people think about my tent. I've had people say, hey, you should do this and you should do that. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like, one thing that I want everybody to know out there, it is your grow. You can do what the fuck you want. Don't let nobody try to tell you that you should have this, that. Like, suggestions are totally fine, but don't try to don't be a backseat grower. Nobody likes a backseat grower, guys. Okay, so
Well, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Facts. And so, like, I do at sometimes I'm like, maybe I shouldn't show this, well, it's not looking good. But then I'm like, no, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to show the good and the bads. And this is what I stand by. If I stand by it, then I'm going to show you guys, and you'll be able to look at it and be like, oh, okay, now I know what HVLD looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
one thing I do find. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say one thing I do.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
See Bunny gets it. See Bunny.
Go ahead.
No.
What has been your favorite strain to grow?
Oh, I am a runts man. I'm definitely a runts. I love runts. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. It's just runts is the one. Now, so we're talking about the best, right? Out of everything, like
out of everything.
All the fucking grows, was the first one that I did. That was the Blue Fire, by Humboldt Seeds. I got this seed from online. I was going through a website called The Attitude. You guys could go check them out. Now, like back then, it was a lot more underground. Nowadays, they're still illegal, so you want to be careful out there. Guys, anybody out there, do not get in trouble over this shit either, okay? It's some places, they're not cool as other places in the States, like Texas. Texas ain't gonna fight with that shit. But, Washington, we're totally cool, so be careful out there.
So move to Washington.
Yeah, move to Washington, Oregon, all these other places, man. Colorado, it's just a matter of time. But anyways, this Blue Fire, it was a freebie, actually. I had ordered a bunch of seeds and I got it as a freebie. I didn't even order this bitch. So I was like, okay, Blue Fire, let's see what happens. Oh, you guys. Oh my God. This plant was so big. Big fucking nugs just beating the motherfucker. Just bat. I was like scared of this plant. Like dead serious. I was scared of the fucking plant. I didn't know what to do. The terps were beautiful. It just grew so big. I just chopped off the top because I didn't know what to do, how to stop the stretch from happening,
Yeah.
And I just chopped it, fuck it, and let it grow. Well, it did the whole, like, now that I know what I was talking, like, now that I know, I'm like, holy shit, those genetics were amazing because I chopped it in the middle of flower and it just bushed out. Like, it just did a whole top.
Crazy.
It bushed out and just kept growing just hard. It was so beautiful.
Crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. But we are coming up to the hour. So would you give us a shout out again where everybody could find you? And
yes, everybody can find me on Instagram as Sly_AKA_Loco. Hit me up on there. I have a show called Can of Combos on YouTube now. You can hit me up on that. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget the sponsors, High Photon Flux LEDs. Make sure to go check them out. OG Spitferson, got to give him a shout out for giving me the seeds to PSGX, to one of the latest grows. And everybody out there, man, everybody out there supporting. I truly thank you guys so much for coming in and, just keeping this alive because we're going to keep on doing this, right?
Yeah, we ain't stopping.
Well, Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime.
definitely,
You guys got to
man.
give me that heads up when we're almost to the end. That way I can shut up and.
We'll have to get you on for part 2 for sure.
Definitely.
Part 3. Part 3. This is part 2.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. This is part 3.
Yeah, we had.
That's right.
I think you were on back in like November or December or something.
Yeah, back when you were still on Instagram. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think you were.
Be ready.
You were the
because I'm
second
gonna-
last interview that we did on Instagram, and then we did pigeons after you, and then we came straight to Instagram or to YouTube, and then Rob from CLTV was our first YouTube guest.
Nice.
Yes, he
Hell yeah, man.
was.
So
Hell yeah.
Yes.
yes, but yeah,
And
man,
you
we
guys
appreciate
be
you.
ready because I'm gonna be shooting messages to you guys again, so we can book you guys for the another episode of Can of Combos now that we're on YouTube.
Definitely, man.
So everybody
Absolutely.
will have their individual episodes again. Mama Kush, man, shout out to Mama. She was
Yes.
killing it out there.
Yes,
Big shout out to Mama.
Mama, Papa, the Mod
Papa.
Squad, everybody in chat.
Everybody. Just
everybody.
shout out to everybody. Yes.
Yeah. But we appreciate you
All
coming
right.
on, man. Thank you very, very much. It was a super fast hour. It flew by.
I know.
Oh, it flew by.
I
Oh
feel
my
like we
goodness.
could have done a whole nother hour and not even
That's what I
skipped
was
a beat.
thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, fuck it, we're going for 2 hours.
Nice. All right, man. Well, thank you very much for coming on. And yeah, man, we'll definitely be in touch for sure.
Beautiful. All right, guys, have a good day.
Yes.
See you later.
Happy
Thanks,
Wednesday.
Hey, Sparta!
I love it. That was so much fun.
That was good.
I could-
He's such a cool dude.
He is. You could just talk for hours. I love it.
Like I
So,
said, I
just
feel
to-
like we could have gone for another hour and not
Oh
even
God,
skipped
for
a beat.
sure. Yes.
So
So just a reminder, we are over, the interviews on Wednesdays are over on HGTC podcast under Spotify. You could also find us on Instagram and do, what else? Friday,
Grow Me Gardens,
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here. Come show your grow. We want to see it. Mama wants to see some legs.
Yes,
Just want
for
to, we
sure.
just want
Like,
to see
share,
plants, man.
subscribe. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you do come show your grow, you will be automatically entered into a big giveaway.
Yep, we're doing a 1,500 subscriber giveaway for our YouTube subscribers. We're just over 1,400 right now. So when we hit 1,500, I got all the names written down from the past 3 Grow Me Gardens, and we're going to keep adding names to the list. So anybody that comes on to show your grow, you're automatically in the giveaway. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, man. There's some Outlaw seeds, Bud Trainer Bud Cups, some Hygrozyme, a can,
Mhm.
AC Infinity gift card for $100 to their website, and possibly some more stuff that'll be popping up in the near future. But the sooner we hit 1,500, the better chances everybody that's already been on has to win. So,
Yes, and you don't have to actually just come on to show your garden. If you're at the campfire, you are also entered to win. So
yeah,
if you don't
come
have
on,
anything growing on, but you would like to come on the campfire, that's a great way to be entered as well.
so keep that in mind. Share it. Get it. See, we've been telling you guys that J Rats is a professional dancer. There he is. He's
Now
doing
there's the
parties in
proof.
hippo suits now. Told you.
All right. Don't
yes.
forget to go over with to Tea with P. Wow, I'm too stoned.
Yes.
This is where we need to cut it.
T with P, drop an HGTC in the chat. Let them know where you came from. And go to our Instagram pages and jump on the Inkbird giveaway that Bunny and I are
Yes.
doing. They're separate, so you can join them both. They're not tied together in
Unfortunately-
any way, shape, or form.
Unfortunately, it's only Canadian.
Oh, yes, it's only Canadian. I forgot about that part. Sorry, guys. But yes, peace.
I did not almost say P in my tea.
P in my P. T with P.
All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Peace out.
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the evening.